What's up guys, Blackwar and welcome back to another video and welcome back to YouTube Pro Cycling for episode number 9 of YTC. Today's episode is our final chance before Lombardia to try and potentially win a monument you've seen, or if you haven't, then go watch the previous episode. But Joe did an amazing performance on Paris-Roubaix, coming short by just 5 positions. He ended up in 5th place with Stan de Wulf, but I haven't seen the video. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to know how this man got 5th on Paris-Roubaix with Stan de Wulf. Um, but sadly, a 5th place it's not first, right? Those are some very rapid mathematics. What we need today is to win Liège-Bastogne-Liège. I don't care if I don't win the Amstel or la Flèche Wallonne. Sure, I believe we have a sponsor objective. We've actually missed the stage win on Catalonia. That's my bad. We've missed the top 10 on the Ronde. It's not my bad. We did get a stage win as well on Itzulia. So Joe doing an absolute madness during the last episode. Yeah, wow. I really need to see the episode now. I really do. Today's episode, though, we are aiming for a top 5 on the Amstel, a top 5 on La Flèche, and a win on Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Liège is not the classic that I often win the most, but I've won it a couple times. All right, we came very close last season with Patrick Conrad. So now that our team has improved, now that our riders have progressed, we should be able to challenge a bit more this year for the win. And the lineup we're going to go for on this Amstel Gold Race is as follows. Binyam Guermey will be our leader despite having 87% fitness. He will be joined by Benoît Cosnefroy, our co-leader and the rider we've signed for these specific races. Patrick Conrad is also there with Andrea Bagioli, Clément Champoussin, Ben Swift, and Magnus Cort Nielsen. I'm still debating whether I should go for Champoussin or Jonas Vingegaard. Champoussin has 26 race day, Vingegaard has 1. We're going to go for Jonas Vingegaard. Amstel Gold Race 2021. Let's go. And it is not the greatest of days for the boys as we start our Ardennes campaign here in, is it Maastricht? I think it is Maastricht for this Amstel Gold Race. Benoît Cosnefroy with the +1, Ben Swift with a with the +1 as well. Conrad, last year's runner-up with a 0, so we might be looking into that. We'll see whether we go for Cosnefroy or Conrad for our leader. I believe this is the exact same variant as last season. If I remember correctly, you have to be very well placed at the very bottom of the climb. Otherwise, you have basically no chances of winning. So I'll have to have my team with me for the final 10 to 15 kilometers and hopefully pace quite a bit to just be in a good position. It's going to be a bit tough, but I've rewatched last year's finish from Joe on his channel. He came second by like 10 centimeters to the German Maxi Schachmann, who is here today, number 51 for Bora Hansgrohe. He was last year's winner. Can he make it back to back on the Amstel Gold Race? I'm going to try my best not to. And we do have an early breakaway led by Quinn Simons, the rider from Trek Segafredo. We also find Filippo Conca, Jimmy Jansen, Geoffrey Bouchard, Simone Petit, Nielsen Paules, Antonio Pedrero, Christian Rodriguez, Nikita Stalnov, Jaakko Hanenen, and just joining the leading group is Rain Taramae alongside Evgeny Shalunov to make it a 12-man group at the front of this Amstel Gold Race. 2 minutes 30 is the lead for those 12 riders on a peloton led by multiple teams such as the Ineos of, I believe, Michal Kwiatkowski and the UAE of potentially Pogacar. UAE, no, Formolo. And also Pogacar, but mainly Formolo. Halfway through this Amstel Gold Race, status quo. Breakaway is still around 3 minutes in the lead. The gap went as far as 4 minutes and 27 seconds. It's a very precise gap. But then the peloton decided to slowly reel the breakaway in. A peloton now led by Dries de Venance, the winner of the K11's Great Ocean Road Race in 2020. He's got Christopher Froome in the wheel and Ivan Souza. Who's Israel pacing for? I'm going to guess maybe Dan Martin. Israel, Michael Woods actually, yeah, of course, but a very strong team by Israel Start Nation with Michael Woods, Ben Hermans, Dan Martin, Chris Froome, and Alejandro Marquez, and Alexander Vlasov. Strong lineup, very strong lineup by the Israeli outfit. I'm trying to see if there's any maybe leaders that we're missing, but no. We're seeing Vincenzo Nibali for Vini Zabu. I don't remember if he was here for Tirreno Adriatico. It is for me the first time I'm seeing him in his new kit, the good old Vincenzo. And the peloton is going to go across the Kauberg for the second time today. We will cross it 2 more times. One with 20 kilometers left, the other for the finish. Obviously, the finish won't exactly be as such. This time we've arrived from a left-hand corner. The other one will be a 3 to 4 kilometer descent, a straight line descent. So we won't be able to just play with positioning as well as you can on some other variants, I guess, of the Amstel. It's still going to be a battle for placement, as it is always the case on these kind of races. We've got 80 kilometers to put Benoît Cosnefroy in the best possible position to have a French rider winning the Amstel for the first time in a long time, because I don't think Julien's won it. We've entered the final 40 kilometers of this Amstel Gold Race, and the team Ineos of Michal Kwiatkowski, the Ineos Grenadiers, are starting to increase the rhythm massively. Benoît Cosnefroy is in a bad position as we'll approach the Eise Bosweg. Hopefully Benoît can be in a much better position comes the summit of the climb, knowing that we'll have the Kauberg very, very soon. Conrad doing well at the front, Conrad being protected by Ben Swift, the runner-up of Milano Sanremo, trying to help the runner-up of last year's Amstel Gold Race. Badjoli is still here, so is Beniam Germay, so is Jonas Vingegaard, and somehow the furthest one in the peloton is our leader, Benoît Cosnefroy. We're in the Keutenberg, a climb that can definitely create a few gaps. Benoît came back at the front, just before, the bottom of this climb. I wanted to make sure not to get dropped. We're just next to Julien Lafilippe. Wilco Kelderman is right here, the third of last year's Giro d'Italia. All right, Cosnefroy made it at the front. Great. Let's have someone else to protect Cosnefroy. We're gonna have Jonas Vingegaard to protect Benoît Cosnefroy in those final 30 kilometers. Come on, Benoît, you've got this. And there's been a crash in peloton involving Yon Izagirre. The Spaniard will not be able to win the Amstel, nor will he be able to win anything in the Ardennes, as he is going to DNF from the Amstel Gold Race. A big L for Astana's potential leader. I don't know. Astana's having a stinker. Yep. Actually, no, the leader is Gorka Izagirre, but he's just lost his brother. Just under 15 kilometers in this Amstel Gold Race, we're going to approach the Lange I have no knowledge about this climb at all. I believe it might have been used in the 2012 World Championships, but I could be completely wrong, as I am not a cycling encyclopedia. Ida Schelling is in my wheel with Andrea Buggioli. I'm just making sure that no one attacks, or at least if someone does do attack, I will have Buggioli able to protect, and Richard Carapaz goes. That is not something I had planned at all. It truly isn't. Buggioli is in a good position. Chris Froome, Jan Polans, it's still the teammates. It's still the teammates at the front working their way through the Kauberg, well, through the Kauberg, I guess. No, to the Kauberg. English is a tough language, isn't it? Cosnefroy in a good place. So is Conrad. We're not going to have many teammates left. Cosnefroy will be behind Patrick Conrad. Conrad will be behind Jonas Vingegaard. Come on, 7.5k. Buggioli behind Cosnefroy to prevent someone from being in my wheel, or directly in my wheel, I guess. I'm not going to attack like Joe had done last season with Tom Pidcock, because I believe that might have costed us the win. Jonas Vingegaard, 5.1 kilometer, 5 kilometer left actually. We're going to have a long downhill portion coming after that right-hander. There goes Vingegaard's energy gel. We're going to do the same on Patrick Conrad. I forgot to use the energy gel on Cosnefroy on the Itzulia, no, on Catalunya, sorry, and that cost me a win. But we are here, 1.9k to go. We're going to start the Kauberg. There goes Patrick Conrad, Cosnefroy in the wheel. It's going to be an actual battle. We've got Hirschi, we've got Alaphilippe, we've got Davide Formolo, Michael Woods. Everyone is there. 400 meters to go. There's a bridge. I can't see anything. And we're going to get absolutely battered today as Marc Hirschi wins ahead of Adam Yates and Alaphilippe. I don't know what happened after that bridge for Benoît Cosnefroy, but he completely choked and will come home in a disappointing 5th position. Okay, my hopes of winning a classic have gone massively down here. Expected to win, clearly. Okay. So we start off the episode worse than Joe did last season. And Joe is by far the best PCM player out of Benji, myself, and Joe. Alright, and this replay will explain what happened to Benoît Cosnefroid. As you can see, he is slightly behind Conrad, and Conrad is going to stop here, and Cosnefroid will get blocked just a tad by Patrick Conrad, and sadly will lose. I don't think I would have gotten the podium. Probably would have been able to get the 4th place of Davide Formolo. But sadly, Patrick Conrad was somewhat responsible for us not winning today. And after winning La Flèche Wallonne last year, Mark Hirschi adds the Amstel Gold Race to his already massive palmarès. We have crossed the border between the Netherlands and Belgium to start the Flèche Wallonne. I believe in Charleroi. Benoît Cosnefroid is at the front with a +1. Rafa Maika is here as well with a 0 today. He is replacing, I believe, Magnus Nielsen in our lineup. The rest of the team is the exact same. Patrick Conrad has a +3 today. The only issue I have with this is that I'm very bad on La Flèche Wallonne. It's by far for me the worst classique. I do not know how to win it. I haven't won it in a lot of seasons on PCM, and I believe like PCM 2018 might be the last time I've won La Flèche Wallonne. So I'm gonna struggle. But with a +3 on Conrad, a +1 on Cosnefroid, I believe the odds are in my favor to win La Flèche Wallonne today. It's taken us some time, but we do have a breakaway of 16 riders. Peloton is still not really keen on letting them go, but I believe they've done enough to have a sizable gap right now. We do have Olivier Legac, Antonio Pedrero, Julien Bernard, Luis Manties, Jonas Gregor, Mikel Nieve. I'm gonna guess he's called Alexander Ribalkin, Louis Verveek, Winner Anacona, Christian Rodriguez, Alexis Goujard. We'll call you Fabrizio. So Fabrizio Fiorelli, Victor Della Parte, Matthias Brendel, Ruben Fernandes, and probably Julien. You sound like a Julien. So Julien Mortier is there for Bengal Wallonie-Bruxelles. Who's their leader? The almighty Yellow Van Ander, 73-year-old, but still kicking about. And there's a huge crash in the peloton involving Kenny Elisond, Joao Almeida, who's going to be out of this race. Joao Almeida is DNFing after Yoni Zaguirre on the Amstel. De Koninck is now going to lose their Portuguese co-leader or leader on the Grand Tour, Joao Almeida. That is a big L. I think there was another one involved. There was Lutsenko was involved in a crash, but he should be able to come back. That's Daya Quintana. He should be able to come back in the leading group. At least I do hope so for the champion of Kazakhstan. And the peloton is going to approach the Mur de Huy for, I believe, the first time today. We've had the Côte du Chemin des Gueuses just before that, which caused quite a few issues in the peloton because the rhythm was extremely high. And it definitely doesn't mean that Cosnefroid, Maika, and Higuita were dropped. Absolutely not. Why would you even suggest that? But I mean, Binyam is dead. Right, Binyam is dead with 62k to go. The champion of Eritrea will not be the winner tonight. My shock is not really there. I won't lie. I somehow expected it. The peloton is completely mad. Like, they are genuinely crazy. Can you not just breathe for like a second? Just allow us to recover energy, and then if you want to attack, then do so. But please wait, because right now we've got 40k left, and my team isn't exactly looking well fit. Oh, I made a mistake. I went for water with Bug Jolly at the summit of the Côte du Chemin des Gueuses, and he's still at the back of the peloton as we start the Mur de Huy for the third and penultimate time today, I believe. So I'm very sorry, Andrea. I believe you. Oh, actually, you're coming back. Benoit, why are you this far behind? Can you just like stay at the front? Or is that too much to ask? I don't understand how Benoit is this badly positioned. It mind boggles me because every time I have to bring him back at the front, therefore every time he loses energy, attacks. Izagirre, Yates, Alaphilippe, Hirschi, Martin, Colbrelli. I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna like just increase the rhythm with Conrad. Hopefully Izagirre stops. There we go. None of you are going to relay him. Julien, why are you counter-attack? It's flat now. You've literally counter-attacked at the worst possible moment for me. Think about the rest of us, Julien fam, please. Final 4 kilometers. I believe that Julien Lafilippe is going to win the Amstel Gold Race because he's extremely far ahead. And I don't think I can catch him. I don't think Conrad has the legs to go and catch the world champion. Higuita is now stopped. We'll see if he crumbles in the Mur de Huy, but I somehow do not believe he will. That doesn't look like the kind of things Julien Lafilippe is going to do. Conrad will follow Adam Yates. We are going to come back on Alaphilippe. Wow, that's shocking. Conrad is struggling to follow Adam Yates. What is going on with Conrad? And Alaphilippe is going to win. No, he's not. Fam, how strong was Yates today? Oh my god. Adam Yates genuinely sprinted for 1.5 kilometers up the Mur de Huy. It took me 10 minutes in real life to climb it. My guy did that in like 15 seconds. We come home in third place with Conrad, just behind Alaphilippe. What? This race made no sense whatsoever. Genuinely, I did not understand a single thing that happened in this race. Adam Yates must have had a +5 today. Because I took his wheel when he started attacking. I had no energy as soon as the road flattened out a bit. Julien Alaphilippe came back at him, then Julien died, and Adam Yates kept on sprinting until the line. I've rarely seen a rider on PCM be able to attack for that long. I'm really surprised. Alaphilippe kind of choked, I won't lie. I believe that he had what it took to win, especially knowing that he had a 40-second lead at the bottom of the Mur de Huy. He comes home, in second place. We come home in third. It's an improvement on the Amstel. We were fifth, we're now third. Last year, I believe that Joe came fourth on La Flèche with Conrad. No. I think he did third and fourth. So we've equaled his position. So we've been one worse, one equal. That means the next one should be better, and that means it's first place on Liège-Bastogne-Liège. I couldn't have asked for a better day today. +4 for Benoît Cosnefroy. +1 for technically no, I could have asked for a better day. Let's be real, but +4 for Cosnefroy. I guess the leadership position in the team has now been decided, and we will see in 252 kilometers whether it was a good choice to go for Benoît. I roughly know this classic by heart. I know exactly where people are gonna attack. I know who's gonna attack. The question is, am I good enough to prevent any of these things happening? And if they do happen, am I good enough to at least be in the correct moves? I do not know. I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. But you better believe I'm going to try my best to bring a monument to the YouTube cycling team and to engrave the letters of YTC into the palmarès of the old lady of the most iconic classic or one-day race in the world of cycling. It won't be easy. It never is. And it will make the win even sweeter. In the meantime, we do have a 13-man breakaway with Simone Petit, what's your name? We'll call you Laurent Huis, Gino Meda, Geoffrey Bouchard, Luca Pibanek, Baptiste Plancart, no, not Baptiste, Edouard Plancart, sorry, Julien Bernard, Ruben Fernandez, Frédéric Bonamour, Antonio Pedrero, Floris Detia, Georg Zimmermann, and finally Ben Tullet for Alpecin. Ben Tullet, our rider with Williams Martini, shameless plug. The gap is just under 4 minutes, but it should climb above that threshold very soon as Maury van Sevenant and Richie Port are doing nothing to prevent the breakaway from escaping from the peloton. We have 100 kilometers left and we have an attack by Thibaut Pinot. Currently sitting in the Mavic car very well. Why? Why? Thibaut, why? Explain to me why you've decided to attack now when the peloton is going a full blast ahead or full steam ahead, trying to come back on the 13-man breakaway. We've only got one rider dropped in Antonio Nibali. That's an L for Vincenzo's brother. I'm confused. I'm extremely confused by Thibaut Pinot's move. But okay, why not? Knowing that this is also where the hostilities are going to begin, where I mean, let's be real. The first 150 kilometers of Liège-Bastogne-Liège, even the 160 kilometers, they don't offer any kind of difficulties, any kind of treacherous turf or terrain for the riders and those who want to win the old lady. Now, this is where things are going to start with the Côte de Mont-le-Soir, followed by the Côte de Wanne. We do have the mur, yeah, there you go, the Mur de Stoke. Then la Côte de la Haute-Levée, Col du Rosier, Col du Maquisard, Côte de la Redoute, Côte des Forges, and Rochefaucon. Yep, Rochefaucon. The last 90 kilometers are going to be where it's all played for. My riders are starting to drop a few positions, and I am not liking it. We've crossed the Mur de Stoke and therefore have a 23-man peloton. I'm expecting everyone to come back. It would be somewhat logical to see that happening. Badjoli is going to go back on protection on Conrad because the man got dropped. Stannevulf also got dropped. I can have my riders stop pacing if I'm going to be genuinely honest. And wait for the Col du Rosier in 10 kilometers now. 50 kilometers remaining in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. We're going to start the Col du Maquisard, which precedes the Côte de la Redoute. Higuita has or is currently trying to get water for the boys. Cosnefroid is doing well, so Jonas Vingegaard a bit less. Conrad and Maika on their hand doing somewhat well. Acceleration in the group with Mark Donovan. Egan Bernal, fucking hell. Egan Bernal is the one pacing for you, mad. Cosnefroid is going to come back somewhat easily. Now, I believe we're about to approach one of the key portions of this Liège-Bastogne-Liège. I'm also quite surprised to still see a breakaway in this far down on Liège. Usually the breakaway gets go up with 90, 80 kilometers left if they're lucky. But they usually don't go this far, which is, as I said, somewhat surprising. But Jolie is completely knackered, so we're going to replace him with Rafa Maika. Okay. Cosnefroid at the front, good. Conrad, yeah, we'll stay at the front as well, good. Those are my two riders on which I count today. We're going to have a downhill towards the Côte de la Redoute. And things are going to go completely mental from that point onward. And there goes. Côte de la Redoute. Cosnefroid, not exactly as high as I wanted him to be. I do mean position-wise, right? Not in a state of mind. Conrad, slightly behind Cosnefroid. It's not too bad. All right, Benoit can navigate. He's going to follow Sergio Higuita, who's still protecting him. Incredible job, by the way, by Sergio today. He's meant to be doing Romandie. I don't know if Benji will have him race Romandie because Higuita is already on 27 or 28 race day now, sorry, which is a bit much. Is a bit much, in my opinion, for rider at the end of April, especially considering we've only raced UCI races. Vingegaard is getting slightly blocked, which is not great. Where's Higuita's dead, Bajoli's dead. Okay, Vingegaard protect Cosnefroid. This is where we're gonna see a few attacks here. Michael Woods being the first one to make a move, and the peloton is going to attack once more, technically, in this little hill right there. Oh. Just an acceleration from Carapaz. Usually I'm seeing attacks from leaders here. Okay, interesting. That means I don't have to pace as much as I expected to. Israel as well, doing very well with their packed team. I'm guessing it's the same lineup as the one on La Flèche. Woods, Froome, Herman, Dan Martin, Vlasov, Demarquis. It is the exact same one. Very well, very well, very well. We're approaching the Côte des Forges in just 3 kilometers. And then things are going to be even harder as we'll approach the Côte de la Rochefaucon. Left-hander coming up, Côte des Forges, let's go. Carapaz, once again, at the front. Alaphilippe, though, much higher this time. Alaphilippe might be looking to get a move on. What can the world champion do? What will the world champion do? I don't know, but Marc Hirschi attacks. Alaphilippe follows. Conrad, not too far down. Cosnefroid, not too far down either. We're going to have a left-hander and now go for some sort of flat terrain until a right-hander will go downhill towards the Côte de la Rochefaucon. Alaphilippe and Marc Hirschi don't have a sizable gap. The gap is just under 10 seconds right now. Benoît Cosnefroy doing very well at the front of this group, still with plenty of energy for the Frenchman of Âge de la Mondiale. Now we've got the downhill. 20 kilometers left in Liège, Bastogne-Liège. 33 riders still in a competition to try and go to win. That was not English, but I don't care, right? Who needs English when you've got Benoît Cosnefroy? I don't know, actually. That was a rhetorical question. I didn't need an answer from you in the chat. But Cosnefroy is going to be behind Conrad, and this is where things are going to get tasty. Rafale, I need you to pace to prevent any move. There we go. There's the move I expected. Julien Lafilippe. Maika is going to increase his rhythm to try and maintain a sizable gap with Julien Lafilippe. Hirschi follows. Tim Wellens, Valentin Madouas, Warren Barguil. All the riders you'd expect to see in this race. Do not block Maika. Do not block Maika. Do not block Maika. Okay, Wellens has not blocked Rafa Maika, which is perfect. Gap is about 25 seconds in favor of the world champion and Marc Hirschi. But just behind, we do have Patrick Conrad and Benoît Cosnefroy doing an absolutely incredible work here, the Polish rider. He is now completely knackered. We're going to leave Patrick Conrad to pace and come back on Alaphilippe and Hirschi. We're actually going to attack to see if we can maybe drop a few guys in our wheels. And indeed we have. It's now a 5-man group. I'm going to let them lot pace here. Alaphilippe, Hirschi, Sandro Meressa, Jakob Fuglsang, Warren Barguil, Conrad Cosnefroy. This is the group that can face the win today. Maybe we'll see a comeback from Izagirre. Oh god, we might see a comeback from these 12 riders here, which is why I'm going to face with Patrick Conrad and try and prevent the comeback of former world champion Michal Kwiatkowski. Some good riders, mainly some good sprinters, the likes of Michael Matthews. I cannot let Michael Matthews come back. That is out of the question today. 6 kilometers. Downhill portion for Patrick Conrad. Now, Michal, why do you pay so much when there's 2 riders from FDG in your wheel? That isn't smart. It isn't smart. What also isn't smart is the fact that I've killed Patrick Conrad, trying to prevent the comeback of Michael Matthews, and he's back. Michael Matthews is going to be in the group. Hirschi has started. Hirschi has started his effort. Wait, let me just make sure that I can take his wheel. Hirschi has started his effort. 2.6k until the line. It is very early. For Marc Hirschi, the Swissman, starting his effort. Alaphilippe is here. Kwiatkowski, Schachmann going maybe for a move on the left here. I'm going to have a little lead. We're going to go right now. 800 meters. Come on, Benoît. We're going to go in a bit of a close-up camera, if I can do so. Indeed we can. Cosnefroy, can he hold on? I don't know where the line is. Benoît Cosnefroy wins Liège, Bastogne, Liège. YouTube Pro Cycling gets their win. YTC wins the monument. Benoît Cosnefroy is the man. What a performance. Come on. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh, yes, lads. Get in there. Benoît Cosnefroy wins Liège, Bastogne, Liège ahead of Marc Hirschi and Julien Lafilippe. We've avenged Patrick Conrad. We've avenged Joe. We've avenged all of yous. Get in there. My voice definitely did not crack. And what a performance by Benoît Cosnefroy, going for that move, getting a gap on Hirschi. And I mean, he did come back. Hirschi was strong, but Benoît was just too strong for the rest of the peloton. And we win a monument today. Talk about waiting. We've waited a year and a half to get our first monument win. Benoît Cosnefroy, a Frenchman, winning in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. I believe it would have been, well, if that's the 2021 edition of Liège-Bastogne-Liège, I believe that is our first win on LBL in 41 years. And by our win, I do mean French people. I think the last one was Bernard Hinault. So we've given France a win, and mainly we've given YTC a win. What a performance by Benoît, but what a performance by the entire team today. Conrad, absolute machine. Rafa Maika trying to maintain the gap on Alaphilippe and Hirschi to about 20 seconds just after the Côte des Forges and at the start of La Roche-au-Faucon. Without the work of Rafa Maika, we would not have Benoît Cosnefroy on the top step of the podium today. I am relieved. It's a huge weight off our shoulders now. We have been able to win a monument. The next stage is to win a Grand Tour. And it won't be the next episode. The next episode will be Romandie. And I believe then we'll have a few episodes over on Joe's channel as he will take the boys to the Maria Rossa in Italy. But I do hope you have enjoyed this episode. We had one objective, and we've achieved it. We've achieved it. Sure, episode started badly with the top 5 and the top 3. That's forgotten. That has been put aside. We have won a monument. Come on. The next episode, though, will be the Tour de Romandie over on Benji's channel on Sunday. I don't think it will be a premiere, so expect it during the course of the afternoon. However, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I mean, how could you have not? Do smash the like button down below for Benoît Cosnefroy. Give us, you know what, 200 likes. We're going to go bold for once. We're going to go big numbers. 200 likes for Benoît Cosnefroy's win here on Liège-Bastogne-Liège. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe as I'm still trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. We have an amazing 23 days to do so. I'm going to struggle, but you never know. I believe in the YouTube community. As I said, the next episode will be on Benji's channel on Sunday for Romandie. Then we will move to the Giro d'Italia with Joe. Joe will have 4 episodes for the Giro, respecting the time slots available. Therefore, he will have an entire week plus 1. And after the Giro, we will take a break. We will come back on the 3rd of January over on my channel, because Christmas break and that. So yeah, the next time you will see YTC on the channel will be in about a month. That gives you time to enjoy the Christmas period. All of that, but Joe will talk more about it as he wraps up the Giro. But that will be in a week and a half now. As I said, if you've enjoyed the episode, smash the like down below. My name has been Blackwar. It has been a huge pleasure winning today with Benoît Cosnefroy. And I'll see you very soon. Have a good one. See ya.